Welcome back to 6 News at 5. Time to take a look at your weather. We're starting off on this last day of January 2024 by putting January into a little bit of historical context. If you were here at all during the month of January, you know we got quite a bit of rain, and especially when you compare it to our average. You can look up at the right-hand corner of your screen. Our average for January is usually 2.59 inches. Well, we came in number 9. And again, we've been keeping track of these wet months since about 1900. So this is 100 and now 24 years of data, and we came in number 9. So yes, it was a wet January. Now, another thing to note, 4 of these winters are El Nino winters, we know for sure. 4 of these winters are before we started keeping track of El Nino, so that leaves only 2 months on this list that were not El Nino years. That tells you kind of what you need to know about an El Nino pattern. Now, moving forward into February, we are going to see some rain. We definitely will. It should be another wet month because of that El Nino pattern. And we're going to get the party started here pretty quick. So next couple of days look very quiet. A little bit of cloud cover moves in tomorrow. We'll call it mostly cloudy to start your day. However, we will see that cloud cover dissipate throughout the day. We'll see some peaks of sunshine before all is said and done tomorrow. But with the early cloud cover, don't expect it to be quite as warm as it has been. Still upper 60s, lower 70s. Still going to be nice, but not quite as warm as it was to start the week. Now, let's fast forward to Friday, because that's when we bring that rain chance back in. Notice here we are 3:30. This model is not showing us a great rain chance at 3:30, and that's kind of what we expect, maybe a 20 to 30% coverage as we head through the afternoon hours on Friday, and then the real rain coverage comes in as we head into the overnight hours. You can see here 10:30, it spreads out across the area. Possible heavy rain as we head towards Saturday morning, primarily for our eastern counties, and then it moves out by Saturday afternoon. You can see it crossing I-35, and then it's out of the viewing area altogether by Saturday evening. So the whole weekend won't be a washout. However, I do have to mention this. I wouldn't be doing my job if I didn't. Severe weather threat, marginal. That's a 1 out of 5. So this is not a huge threat here. It is that's why we call it a marginal threat for areas primarily west of I-35. That's for Friday afternoon again. But by the evening time, our focus will turn primarily to rain. How much rain? Well, how about a ½ inch to 1 inch in our western counties, 1 inch to 1.5 inches along I-35, and then 1.5 inches to 2.5 inches as you cross east of I-35. So this should be another soaking rain. I told you through the week that these numbers would change, and they are changing. We're seeing those numbers get a little bit higher the closer we get to the weekend, so keep that in mind. As for your 7-day forecast, let's take a look here. You're going to see temperatures stay in the 70s, but then by the weekend, here comes that rain chance. Behind the rain, a cold front will have us just a little bit cooler by next week.